Hey kombucha brewers, in today's we're diving into the wonderful world of JUN Kombucha, often referred to as the champagne of kombucha. If you love the idea of brewing kombucha, but want something a little lighter, more delicate, and made with honey instead of sugar, then JUN is the perfect brew for you. We'll cover everything from what JUN Kombucha is, to all the ingredients you'll need, how to brew it, and what can go wrong, plus how to avoid those pitfalls. Let's get started. So what exactly is JUN Kombucha? JUN is a fermented drink, similar to traditional kombucha, but with a few key differences. While regular kombucha is made with black tea and cane sugar, JUN Kombucha is made with green tea and raw honey. The result is a lighter, more delicate flavor, with a hint of sweetness from the honey. It's often called the champagne of kombucha because of its smooth, bubbly texture and more refined taste. JUN Kombucha is also known to ferment a little faster than traditional kombucha, and it prefers cooler temperatures, which makes it a unique brew in the world of fermented drinks. To brew JUN Kombucha, you'll need a few simple ingredients and some basic equipment. Here's what you'll need. Green tea. Use high-quality loose-leaf or bagged green tea. Avoid flavored or herbal teas, as they can interfere with the fermentation process. Raw honey. The key difference between JUN and traditional kombucha is the use of raw honey instead of cane sugar. Make sure to use unpasteurized, raw honey to preserve the natural enzymes and nutrients that help with fermentation. JUN SCOBY. A JUN SCOBY is specifically adapted to fermenting green tea and honey. You can't use a regular kombucha SCOBY for JUN Kombucha, so make sure you have a proper JUN SCOBY. Starter liquid. You'll need a small amount of previously brewed JUN Kombucha to kickstart the fermentation. This acts as your starter liquid. Glass fermentation jar. Use a clean, wide-mouth glass jar for fermentation. Avoid using plastic or metal, as they can interact with the acids in the kombucha. Breathable cloth. Cover. Use a cloth or coffee filter to cover your jar and secure it with a rubber band to allow airflow while keeping contaminants out. Now let's get to the fun part. Brewing your JUN Kombucha. Here's how to do it step by step. Brew the green tea. Start by boiling 1 liter, about 4 cups of water, and then let it cool slightly, around 170 degrees Fahrenheit to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, 77 degrees Celsius to 82 degrees Celsius, which is the perfect temperature for brewing green tea. Steep 1 tablespoon of loose-leaf green tea or 2 tea bags in the water for about 3-4 minutes. Then remove the tea and let it cool to room temperature. Add raw honey. Once your tea has cooled, it's time to add the raw honey. For 1 liter of tea, add 1/4 to 1/3 cup of raw honey. Stir until the honey is completely dissolved. Add the JUN SCOBY and starter liquid. Now, add your JUN SCOBY to the jar, followed by about 1/2 cup of starter liquid from a previous batch of JUN Kombucha. This helps lower the pH and kickstart the fermentation process. Ferment. Cover the jar with a breathable cloth and secure it with a rubber band. Let your JUN Kombucha ferment at room temperature for about 5-7 days. JUN Kombucha ferments faster than regular kombucha, so keep an eye on it and start tasting it around day 5. The fermentation time can vary depending on your environment and personal taste preferences. Once it reaches your desired level of tanginess and fizziness, it's ready to bottle. Even though brewing JUN Kombucha is fairly simple, there are a few things that can go wrong. Let's cover some of the potential issues and how to avoid them. Too sour, too fast. Because JUN Kombucha ferments faster than regular kombucha, it can turn too sour quickly. To avoid this, make sure to start tasting your brew around day 5. If it gets too tangy for your liking, you can stop the fermentation early and bottle it. Weak or thin SCOBY. If your SCOBY becomes weak or thin, it might be a sign that it's not getting enough nutrients. Remember, raw honey is essential for JUN Kombucha. Using processed or pasteurized honey can harm your SCOBY. Always stick with raw, unfiltered honey. Mold. Mold is every kombucha brewer's worst nightmare. It usually appears if your brew is too cold or contaminated. Make sure your brewing environment stays between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius, and always use clean equipment. If you do see mold, you'll need to discard the batch and start over. Slow fermentation. If your JUN Kombucha isn't fermenting as quickly as it should, it might be due to cooler temperatures. JUN Kombucha prefers cooler conditions than traditional kombucha, but if it's too cold, fermentation will slow down. Make sure your brewing area is at a stable temperature between 68 degrees Fahrenheit and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius to 24 degrees Celsius. Once your JUN Kombucha is fermented to your liking, it's time to bottle it. Pour it into clean, airtight bottles, leaving some room at the top, and seal them tightly. You can drink it right away, or let it carbonate for a day or two at room temperature. After that, store it in the fridge to enjoy chilled. Have you wondered how to prep the herbs, spices, and flowers to flavor your kombucha? Then don't miss out on our next video where we show you how to it for a flavorful kombucha. And there you have it, your very own homemade JUN Kombucha. It's light, fizzy, and has that delicate honey sweetness that makes it unique. Perfect for when you want something a little more refined than your typical kombucha. I hope this video inspired you to try brewing your own JUN Kombucha at home. If you find this helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more kombucha brewing tips and recipes. Have you tried making JUN Kombucha before? Let me know in the comments how it turned out, and feel free to ask any questions. Thanks for watching, and happy brewing!